gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for BuffLOL Fall 2018. My name is Jack. No, I'm on this side. Jack Vertex Callahan. This is Xander Zalui Louie, and we are back with an exciting season. I hope that you are excited as well. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with the stream getting up, and then our Twitch channel wasn't working, and then a bunch of other things, but we're going to slowly figure them out over the course of the next week just because, haha, XD. We're figuring things out slowly, but we do have everybody in lobby. I did very quickly want to just introduce the teams that will be playing, because you don't know about them just yet. Right now, we have 6 different teams in BuffLOL. We have our first game tonight is going to be the Booty Buffs versus Team Solo Q Gangsters. We have the Legal Turtles versus Pickle Rick, and then our last game of the night is going to be left parentheses hyphen right bracket comma apostrophe equals sign versus Team Good Farming Practices, coming back from BuffLOL Season 1. I'm going to quickly get into the lobby, but Xander is going to introduce himself really fast, talk a little bit about the teams that are going on today, and we'll get right into it.
Yeah, hello, my name is Xander T. Louie, Zoo Louie, and welcome to the first season of BuffLOL. On our rosters, we have a bunch of really spicy teams. Personally, my favorite out of the team names that were selected were the Legal Turtles. You could really feel the life and soul inside of the logo that they submitted to us, and I wanted to give a shout out to them for putting so much time and effort into their logo. I have to keep talking. I have to keep talking about something, so I'm going to keep talking about something, even if the words don't really mean anything. I'm really excited to get into the games. We don't know a lot about the players, but in terms of how they are matched and the rankings, they're actually very close this season. I think we're going to get a lot of very, very good games. We have a couple returning heroes from previous seasons of BuffLOL. We used to have Pip and Ain't Easy. He's now a sub. I know that some of the members from Team Good Farming Practice from a couple seasons ago are now on a current roster, again in the Team Good Farming Practices. We have a lot of newcomers this season, a lot of newcomers that we're very excited about. We have a lot of freshmen coming up that are able to get involved in this event, and we're all super duper excited. I have to continuously talk because Jack is having trouble with this stream.
No, I'm not. Okay.
But hopefully I'm being entertaining enough. Hopefully these shades make me look cool enough that, you know, you get a little eye candy on here. Hopefully this sounds official enough when I talk in this kind of voice, even though I'm really talking about nothing. Well, while we wait for the game, how about all of our spectators in chat give a little shout out to which team they think are going to win tonight. The Booty Buffs, which is, oh, look at that, finally in Champion Select.
We are going to have the Booty Buffs on the, this is going to be the red side, and then that is going to be the Team Solo Q Gangsters on the blue side. An early Draven ban going out against probably
the Rowdy Rectum.
Yeah,
he's a very big Draven main.
Yeah, I mean it could be Kenka in the mid lane with the mid lane Draven. I know Kenka happens to just be our roommate, and so I know he's a pretty big AD carry player, even though we flamed him for it.
That's true.
The Darius ban as well.
Ban. I don't know if that's one of Spartan J Elite's characters, but I know that Darius is a huge power pick in some of these games.
Let's see here.
The
Vayne as well.
Is that a targeted ban towards Kensa, the mid laner, or the Rowdy Rectum? Because I don't think the Rowdy Rectum has very many games of Vayne.
I think it's going to be Kenka. I feel like I've been seeing Dave play some Vayne in solo queue recently, and although I don't think he looks very good on it, I think it's going to be pretty bad. Let's see. The Graves as well. Twinkie22 not going to be able to get his hands on that.
Now, don't forget, one of the teams should lose a ban here. I believe it is the Booty Buffs that lose a ban. Let's see if that goes through. Now, for those of you at home that don't know what's going on, the Booty Buffs would normally be playing with a player named Wade7, but this time he just wasn't around. So the sub for this game, their new support is going to be David Perkins. Hopefully we get to see Wade7 return next week, but for now it is David Perkins. They should miss a ban here.
hopefully.
And, oh, they actually ended up banning Jin.
Alright, we'll figure it out. Tournament draft. Tournament draft is three bans on both sides, and then 1 pick on blue side, 2 picks on red side, 2 picks on blue side, 1 pick on red side, 2 more bans, and then 1 pick on red, 2 picks on, or 1 pick on blue, 2 picks on red, and 1 pick on blue.
It's really interesting seeing how many bans went towards ADC on both sides. Jin, Ezreal, Vayne, and Draven, when I believe the Rowdy Rectum really only plays Draven in the bot lane.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we'll see some interesting picks. The Urgot is going to be picked up. Okay. All right. I will fix that in a bit, guys. They can't post their team name in the chat.
They can't post their team
because Nightbot thinks that it's spam.
Well, I don't think Nightbot is that far off. To be fair. All right, we have the Skarner Gangplank pick on the side of the booty buffs. Gangplank against Urgot is a pretty good matchup. Gangplank can just sit back, you know, prac his grasp as much as he wants, get a bunch of health, and really skill towards the late game. I haven't seen much of Skarner. I believe what was happening from the side of the booty buffs is that not a lot of their players had a ton of experience with jungle, so Skarner is a very safe pick when it comes to new junglers, right?
That's true. Just picking straight down the line there, you think that's going to be a Nautilus jungle or Nautilus support?
Nautilus jungle hasn't seen play in a very long time.
Yeah, his clear is awful.
His clear takes quite a long time. If I had to guess, it'd be Nautilus support, but I haven't seen what these players play, what the meta is coming out. In a way, this game could be the meta setter for the rest of the season.
The defining BuffLOL game. This is going to be it. Fizz picked up for breadsticks, and that's a pretty, honestly, just like blinding Fizz is kind of...
It's a little dangerous.
It's a little bit dangerous.
It's a little dangerous.
Especially when, you know, something like Kassadin is open, or any sort of kind of traditional counter to Fizz. I guess we're gonna see Kenka Lissandra.
Is Lissandra counter to Fizz?
I don't know. So Ligo's in chat, and he probably would know best when it would come to something like this. But that is going to be Kenka Lissandra. And again, you're just gonna see the booty buffs just picking straight down the line. Gangplank, Skarner, and then Lissandra. Let's see if they actually do go for a ban here, or if they're gonna use their lost ban in the second rotation.
I suppose I never specified in which rotation the ban was to be taken away from.
That's true.
So that's probably a fault on administration.
Alright, Max says counter pick, so maybe Kenka knows what's best. He knows more about the mid-lane matchups than either of us.
It sounds like a pretty rough matchup for Lissandra early on. But
I mean, I feel like every matchup for Lissandra is a rough matchup. That champion is awful.
I haven't seen Lissandra in a very long time, yeah.
So the Swain ban's gonna come out. I guess Plex is not gonna get his hand on that one. Honestly, Swain with that team comp isn't actually that bad on the side of the... I need to learn the team names because I keep forgetting them. The Team Solo Queue Gangsters, that's what it is. And then the Morgana ban, David Perkins not going to get his hands on that one.
David Perkins is a wild card in this match.
That is true.
I'm very excited to see.
David Perkins is subbing out. Oh, looks like they're going to use...
We see the ban was used in the second rotation.
Second rotation after 6 picks had already happened.
I have to give it to the booty buffs. They're taking the rule that I implemented and they're making their own implementation.
Exactly.
They're being creative with it. I really have a lot of respect.
Rowdy Rectum picking out the Jinx. I bet he watched as the League of Legends Black team played yesterday, and the Bear Brawl and Akonda popping off on that champion over at twitch.tv/Vertex. Looks like it's going to be the Twitch picked up, and then the Pantheon in the jungle. Pantheon jungle
and Nautilus support.
Pantheon jungle into Skarner, and then that's going to be the Janna picked up. David Perkins whipping out the Janna. High mechanical skill.
Very safe pick. We don't know a lot about David Perkins. This could be the most aggressive Janna we've ever seen.
That's true, that's true. But just like first item Aether Wisp, W max. Just like throws it at you over and over and over.
The Janna damage is nuts.
That's true, that's true. So, why don't we do what the black team does? What do you think the team Solo Queue Gangsters, what does their team comp do well?
Well, it seems as though their roam is insane. They got the Pantheon for the early ganks. They have Fizz for the early roams. They have Twitch for whatever the Twitch wants to do. He can walk around. They have Urgot. They can ignore that lane. Both teams have the opportunity to ignore top lane and focus the pressure on the Jinx, on the Twitch, on the Fizz. I don't know a lot about Lissandra though. I don't know how Lissandra pops off, if that even is possible for Lissandra.
True. And then what do you think about on the booty buff side?
The side of the booty buffs. I think that if they play around their bot lane, if Jinx can get the kills, they have the setup for her. They have the hard CC to heal anybody that would get on Jinx. They have that on their team. So if they focus around the bot side, if they get that Jinx, the kills that she needs, she can solo carry the game.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, honestly, like, it seems that, I feel like the booty buffs, even with losing a ban, kind of got 3 or 4 priority picks for them. I mean, I think the Gangplank in the top lane is definitely going to be able to scale, and honestly, it looks like if this game goes past 20-30 minutes, I think that this Pantheon and this Fizz are most likely going to start to be useless.
That's true.
And I mean, the team fight on the side of the booty buffs, on the red side, I mean, it's pretty good compared to whatever the solo queue gods are supposed to be doing. And I mean, maybe this is their strat. Maybe this is they're trying to play this game like solo queue. They're just like, you know, listen, I want to play Twitch, we're playing Twitch. I want to play Nautilus, we're playing Twitch Nautilus.
Give me that Pantheon jungle.
Exactly.
I will carry on Pantheon
Twinkie 22 on the Pantheon. He's going to take over the game. That's all we know.
The booty buffs do have quite an opportunity to lose this game. Pantheon is renowned for his early ganks, for getting that early snowball.
That's true.
And I don't want to talk badly about lower elo teams, but Pantheon is a very big problem when it comes to lower elo solo queue.
Yeah, and I mean, but I mean, I think we have a good range of skill dynamics here. I don't have the ranks of everybody, but I sort of know across the board that we do have kind of a gold to plat-ish average rank in this game. I would honestly be surprised if we see somebody like Kenka get ganked by that. That's the other thing about this Pantheon pick, is I feel like as long as the Lissandra is able to play safe versus this Fizz, which after, you know, level 3 is basically what she should be doing. I mean, in the bot lane, like, it's hard to gank a Janna. I mean, you have Nautilus, but, like, they should be able to stay pretty safe. Lissandra can play pretty safe with her E, and then Gangplank has oranges. And so, like, unless this Pantheon gets off some significant cheese and is able to surprise the booty buffs all around the map, I think the booty buffs, all they have to do is just wait. The full team names is Team Solo Q Gods and the booty buffs.
And the booty buffs, yes.
Gangsters, not gods.
That's our apologies.
Gangsters.
The gangsters will play like gods in this game.
Correct. Maybe, perhaps. So, we're about to get into game here. We'll obviously have to wait for that spectator delay. But, any other final notes really fast?
Any other final notes? Fun interaction. Urgot versus Gangplank in the top lane. Gangplank can actually orange out of the Urgot ultimate. It looks absolutely hilarious. But it's the same interaction that you can get with, like, a QSS. If Urgot lands the low health Gangplank and tries to pull him in, he can just orange out and walk away. Which is why it tends to be such a good matchup for Gangplank. Not only can he play the lane safe, he can play the lane where he wants to farm, where he wants to build up on the gold to get to that Trinity Force. So I want to see Pantheon actually put some pressure on that Gangplank. I want to see that Gangplank get shut down early because of how easy it is to shut down a Gangplank early. Right now you're seeing on our screen a big League of Legends logo. We wanted to let you guys know how passionate we are about the game. Just big League of Legends, you know, League of Legends, great game, Riot Games, we love you. So we're just about to get into the game. I'm not sure what the status on that is, and there we go.
All right, getting into game here really fast. We do have this really. Hey, if you want to help with production, come on over to my house. Let's get it. I do need a third person, somebody to sit at the desk. Something very annoying about the room that we are going to be casting from, it is right next to a pretty active highway, and or not highway, but just kind of we're next to 30th, so sometimes you'll hear some noises out there. It's always an adventure. But looks like we are going to be loading into game here. We are at 100% across the board, but we're going to have to wait. Let's see. How do we feel about the skin game? I mean, we got Fisherman Fizz on the side.
Fisherman Fizz, yeah. In my opinion, Fisherman Fizz is arguably the best Fizz skin out of them. The best Fizz skin. So, in terms of the mid lane matchup, I don't think Lissandra has...
I mean, Blade Queen Lissandra, I mean, that's basically the only Lissandra skin that I know.
That is the only Lissandra skin that I know, too, and it still is not really up to snuff. So I think in terms of skin game, the mid lane Fizz on the side of Team Solo Q Gangsters definitely wins it for me.
Definitely. And I mean, past that, I mean, we had the Firecracker Jinx as well as the, oh gosh, what was the Janna skin?
Oh, we see a lot of pings for the mid lane.
So
Are we gonna see an invade on the side of Team?
I mean,
Solo Queue
honestly,
Gangsters?
look at the level 1 on the side of the Solo Queue Gangsters. I mean, they got Pantheon, they got the Nautilus. I mean, what else do you need, ideally?
This is dangerous.
The 5-man stack from the Solo Queue Gangsters are gonna have a little bit of trash talk in the chat. Looks like we are gonna see a 5-man invade. I don't think that the booty buffs, I don't think they know what's coming, but I think they are going to see it.
Oh,
I think this Janna might get picked. That is going to be David Perkins getting picked. Not blowing a summoner.
No
First
chance.
blood going to be taken by Breadsticks. That's a pretty big for the start of the game for the Solo Queue Gangsters. And that's honestly...
That first blood went on the Fizz.
I mean, that's honestly like a Solo Queue move right there. I do that stuff in Solo Queue. I'm just like, ping, 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 ping. We're going to their blue buff.
We're running around. We're not warding anything. We're killing them.
Exactly.
Team Solo Queue Gangsters really showing off their Team Solo Queue swagger.
Exactly. And I mean, past that, I mean, we had a few kind of AFKs, obviously. I mean, look at Kenka. He just spent that entire time just standing under tower. That's a Solo Queue move as well. But this ain't Solo Queue. This is BuffLOL. This is high competition. All right. Sponsored by Zing Tea.
By Zing Tea. Zing Tea. The drink of the future.
Exactly. Mango Zing Tea in specific. Alright, so we do have...
We have standard starts on both sides.
Yeah.
Both the junglers starting on their bot side buffs. This is pretty standard for most teams, you know. Especially at the lower elos. There's not going to be much variation in the jungle.
It's going to be a level 2 cheese? Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
They did try to go for the hook there onto the Jinx. You're going to see Twinkie22 pulling out the classic red buff and to sit in the bot lane bush for 20 seconds. They really want to pull this off.
Oh wait, but the Skarner
Dongfeng is on his way. It's going to be the Flash W, and I think they are going to get onto Rowdy Rectum. Wow. No summoners being able to take, and a quick second kill for the Solo Queue Gangsters right there. And I mean, come on, like that you should have seen that coming. But, I mean, honestly, it's Pantheon. Like, what do you expect?
That it was the Pantheon problems that I was talking about so much. The booty buffs are responsible for not getting cheesed by that Pantheon early, for not losing that early game. Because that is their win condition.
Exactly. And, I mean, like, we're just seeing the Skarner, who I think he knew something was going on because he was heading that way. He was able to get the Scuttle Crab on the bot side, and now we're going to see both of the junglers head to their top side jungle camps and take out their second buff. But, I mean... a quick second kill like that, and it only had to blow, let's see, the flash from the Pantheon there. So, does look like Pantheon is going to skip his blue buff and just go for the Scuttle.
He's going straight for Scuttle. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a fight here. This is a very dangerous fight for Skarner. Pantheon's early game is so strong.
Or they might just get onto Audio Fizz right here. I mean, they knew exactly where the Pantheon is. Perhaps the directed camera will switch over. We are going to see a little bit of BM going on there. I think he might live there. As he's going to be Skarner coming in. Dongfeng taking that one out. He's going to be turning on to Twinkie22. Only level 2 here. He does have his W up in 2 seconds. He might be able to get away, but he doesn't have flash. We have more action on the bot side. We're going to have heal blown. And 2 tower shots taken there by Dongfeng, but Twinkie22 able to get away. Constant pressure around the map. That is going to be the Ignite coming out from Lysandra. Is this going to be the solo kill onto Kenka? Oh my gosh! Breadsticks!
Destroying
Oh my gosh, Kenka literally in the room opposite of us probably can hear us at this point getting solo killed by Breadsticks. Unfortunately, this Lysandra not having the best of times. We have a quick question from the chat. Xander, where did you get those glasses?
Oh, these sunglasses?
Yeah.
I got them from a sponsorship at Microsoft. The drink of the future.
And what was the event? And we are going to see, that might be a kill onto Dongfeng. We're going to see, oh, that's going to be the smite. Dongfeng able to pick that one up. Twinkie22 does not have any more mana, and Dongfeng's just going to run this one down. Twinkie22 used his flash down in bot lane. Is this going to be the kill? He's trying to get away. Is it the minion block? Oh my gosh, he is going to get out a second time. Skarner has no way out, and that's so sad for Dongfeng. Spartan is going to pick that one up as Cool Kid is able to... hook onto the minions. We're going to see a quick roam, level 3 roam from Kenka here. Don't really know if that one was worth. No, he used it on the minions beforehand. Had to make sure that the minions were being pulled towards him.
So let's talk about that invade. That's just heartbreaking on the side of the booty buffs.
Yeah.
One auto attack away, and that goes from the horrible play that it was to the best play of the entire game.
Yes, but honestly, when we look at the junglers right now, it's 20-8. And, I mean, Pantheon has only been able to do 2 camps. And I mean, the Skarner was able to get the buffs, which then were transferred up into the top lane, unfortunately, for Audio Fizz. But I mean, the Skarner is having more of an impact.
Beautiful hook.
It's going to be a hook there.
I don't think the conversion is there.
But
though.
I mean, Janna.
Janna.
Yeah. See more action on this bot lane.
I
mean, Breadstick able to get the roam off, but Skarner having his number, Dongfang with that Predator.
Classic bot lane shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of action here in the early game. 1,000 gold already up. It looks like Kenka is going to find the Fizz here. Again, not somebody that you can face check. Again, as I said before, Lissandra, I mean, after level 3, like, you just need to kind of sit under your tower, because you don't have any pressure, especially with these double Dorans.
We continue to see the booty buffs play more aggressive than they should, considering the team comp that they're playing against.
That's true. I was trying to come up with different topics to talk about, because I thought we wouldn't see any kills or any aggression from the booty buffs until probably 20 minutes, but I mean... This is really sad, isn't it? This is, I mean, you play Gangplank, you play Urgot. Like, this, like, what do you do in this situation?
In this situation as Gangplank, you do what you always want to do. You sit back, you use your Q on minions, and you farm it up for the late game.
It's like the junglers are going to find that it's going to be Dong getting killed by Breadstick and the quick level 7 mastery coming out.
This is actually that was actually a pretty beautiful invade on the side of Team Solo Q Gangsters.
Yeah, they had the proper vision, were able to find him there. Enka able to hit level 6, and again, Twinkie level 4 right now, and is still looking for these, you know, he almost looks like, you know, like junglers that play against the black team, where they just like sit in the bot lane bush for like 30 minutes straight. And I mean, like that, yeah, it's gonna be a hook. This time Janna, that is gonna be David Perkins having to blow flash, but again, all you really have to do on this red side is just kind of. It's just kind of hang out. Yeah, you gotta
sit back, just chill. This mini wave is perfect for freezing, for catching up on the XP, for scaling to the late game.
Turn the bitrate up. That would require me to turn the stream off. I'm sorry. If it doesn't look that good, I will fix that next week. But right now, this is how it's gonna be.
Really close E.
Yeah, the E isn't gonna hit there. Kenka again playing very aggressive. In fact, the entire team.
Bot lane fiasco.
Yeah, it looks like the traps are gonna land there and kind of dissuade the rest of the team from getting out. But that is gonna be Cool Kid Woo on to the hook there, getting a lot of return damage, but can't really finalize this kill. That is going to be the flash W onto David Perkins. Rowdy Rectum getting a little bit scared there, blowing a slash instead of healing to save his Janna, and probably needed to blow heal and maybe exhaust there, but that's going to be a second death onto David Perkins, the substitute for this. And I mean, solo Q strat is working out. I got 3 kills on the Fizz right now, and Twinkie's all over the map. He's got 4 KP right now.
Honestly, the amount that the Pantheon has contributed to every lane is insane. It's crazy.
It is true.
It's exactly what we predicted in the pregame lobby. The Pantheon is doing what Pantheon does, and the side of the booty buffs just didn't respect that.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it's because it's the first game. They don't know the jungler, they don't know the team. But yeah, I mean, this seems like something that, you know, with experience playing up against Pantheon and playing up against early game junglers like this, you should know that they're going to look for cheats and that they're going to look for invades over and over and over. More aggression onto Kenka here. Looks like the fish was available for Breadsticks there. Looks like the Predator is going to be popped.
Not much they can do there.
Yeah. I mean, 5 camps in 8 minutes, Pantheon is hard smurfing. I mean, I honestly, I agree. Like, he is having pressure all over the map, and, I mean, honestly, I don't think Skarner knows how to play against a jungler like this, where, you know, you try to take your camps that you have, but, I mean, I think it's keeping constant pressure and constant vision to be able to track where the Pantheon is. I mean, right now, you got massive vision advantage on the side of the solo queue gangsters on the top side, and on the bot side we have the vision advantage for the booty buffs. But Pantheon can play wherever he wants, and I think the Skarner is kind of scared of the Pantheon right now, even though he's up a level. You know, he might be up in gold. You know, he's like, it doesn't seem that bad. Enka and playing a lot more aggressive than I feel like he should be able to.
Now, I mean, it is true that Pantheon hasn't farmed a lot this game, right?
Yeah.
But one could argue that he's farming champions at this point, and building that pressure for his team has got to be more important than farming.
We're going to see a fight here that is going to be the Monsoon popped from David Perkins. It's like Rowdy Rectum is going to try to find this. It's going to be the 1v2. The rocket is blocked there by Cool Kid Woo, but that is going to be the hook landing. That's going to be the kill from the tower. David Perkins picking up that one, but Plex able to pick up the kill onto the Rowdy Rectum there. Very, very kind of close fight there. That was a nice 2v2.
That was a close one.
It was a close one. I think the Janet could have been able to help a little bit more there, but that is going to be Twinkie coming in. It does. Oh my gosh, the W onto the minion, and the stopwatch blown by David Perkins. Really close one there.
Oh my goodness.
Well played there by David Perkins.
Let's break that play down a little bit. All right. The Pantheon, using his ultimate, goes into the Janna. Before the Janna pops stopwatch, Pantheon jumps on a minion, and then Janna stopwatches. These are the solo queue shenanigans that we're looking for in these kind of games.
Yeah, this is going to be the stinger onto Spartan. Spartan no flash here. They're going to get the stun off and consistent damage here. That is going to be the Urgot ult onto Audio Fizz. He immediately oranges that one. And just a quick kill. And I think Skarner now having a little bit more of an impact. I mean, we are going to see this Pantheon going for a very aggressive build. Looks like he's going for Duskblade first, or maybe Yomu's. But they are going to pick up the dragon in return. That is going to be the Cloud Dragon for the solo queue gangsters.
We see that Spartan J Elite actually does not have TP up right now.
Is Kill Kid Woo getting the hook onto that? That is going to be the ult onto Kenka, but he is out of mana. It does have flash. We weren't able to see it on the screen there, but I watched the minimap. I think Cool Kid Woo predicted the Lissandra E there, which was pretty close.
What I want to see from Skarner is sitting top with his top laner, you know? They just got to kill on Spartan J Elite. They know the rest of the team is currently sitting inside of the dragon. So the best option for them right now is to get as much damage on that top tower as possible. And they have a massive way to do that too.
Quality looks fine on our end. I'm keeping an eye on it, but I think we should be fine. There's going to be a pause coming out. Let me take a look really fast.
Oh, and just like that, the pause is over. We have kind of a quiet moment in this game. This game hasn't had a lot of quiet moments, so, you know, it's a time to reflect. Time to take a deep breath, get back into the lanes, pick up some items. On the Gangplank, we see that he has picked up Sheen and a Phage, and for Gangplank, both those items are pretty huge. Just getting the Sheen alone is such a huge power spike. But against the Urgot, there's not too much Urgot can do other than farm. Going to the jungle matchups, we see that Skarner is still ahead in farm. Pantheon seems to have taken a little bit of a breath to clear some of the camps in this jungle. I think some of these camps haven't been cleared before.
Yeah, and I mean that's basically understandable. I mean, we're hitting the 14-minute mark. Looks like more trading in this mid lane. And Kenka actually is now at the point after his first item that he can start to trade back, just having a little bit of mana problems, not going for a lost chapter or anything like that, going straight for the Hex stack. That is going to be the Shark onto him. Let's see if they can follow that one up. Again, the Lissandra ultimate coming out. That's going to be... That goes down. I think he is going to be down. So Breadsticks finding a second solo kill onto Kenka right there.
Breadsticks is now 4 kills. And on the Fizz, that's insane. You know that the Jinx in bot lane, the Janna in bot lane, the Gangplank top are feeling pretty bad about that Fizz having 4 kills.
Yeah, and I mean, I still think that they have opportunities to figure out where they want to go. Where they, I think the Booty Buffs have opportunities to play around this Fizz. But I think if they know whether or not how they want to do it, I think that's the thing they need to figure out. We're seeing a massive CS lead in this bot lane from Plex. It's going to be this crap taken. And Skarner is now at 1 item, and so he is going to be able to find this. This is going to be a nice collapse from the side of the solo queue gangsters, or from the side of the Booty Buffs onto the solo queue gangsters. And 222 getting his first death of the game.
It was very greedy of him to go for that Scuttlebug when he saw that the Fizz had already backed.
Yeah. I think this is very similar to something, you know, when you have this Pantheon It's 14 minutes. We are going to see another... it's just going to look like another collapse onto the junglers. The junglers not respecting where the solo laners are. Flex 1v2ing in this bot lane as Nautilus is up in the top lane. But what I was saying about this Pantheon is it feels it's 15 minutes now. And is he going to have continuous impact onto that? The fish is going to miss. 2022 coming down with the man drop. Nice flash over the wall there from Kenka. But Plex is successfully 1v2ing this lane. The flash forward onto the traps. Is the Rowdy Rectum going to be able to pick this up? He does have his flash. Can he do it? Oh, he trusts that, but the expunge comes out and...
A nice tornado from Jenna to just slip on out of there.
Yeah, and I think the Rowdy Rectum definitely could have flashed forward there to pick up Plex.
I think the play was just to switch from Pow Pow.
That's true. To Fishbones. To Fishbones. Yeah,
that's a guaranteed kill.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in the Lysandre build. I think when you see the Fizz going 4 kills up, your first item is going to be Zhonya's Hourglass. Yeah. I don't think you have a choice there.
Yeah, or the Abyssal Mask.
Or Abyssal Mask, or anything to stop the Fizz from rolling you over in lane.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but I don't think the Fizz has been able to push his lead as successfully as possible. Kenka is up in CS, even though he's down 5 kills. Looks like Twinkie is going...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he is... That Pantheon is vastly underleveled compared to the rest of the team. He is level 8. Which is the same level as the Nautilus on that team. Really good play here by AudioFizz, being able to out-pressure the Urgot here.
And they do this? The Fizz is coming in hot.
Yeah, so that is going to be
out of mana.
The Judge line and the fish onto
Fizz
here.
Mana.
That is going to be that. Yeah, no mana here. They are going to Lysandre ult there, and that is going to be a kill picked up by Rowdy Rectum. It looks like he might get excited here. That is going to be the Rocky. He flashes forward to take that one. The flash Q from AudioFizz, and this is exactly what I was saying. We're having fall off after 15 minutes. The solo queue monsters are falling apart.
Massive fight from the booty buffs. Massive fight. The fact that the Fizz hasn't punished the early game, hasn't roamed, hasn't ended the game already, means that the booty buffs have these opportunities to come back in the game.
Yeah, I agree, and I mean, we saw actually AudioFizz and Spartan just able to walk straight down from top lane there. No TP needed.
No TPs needed.
And honestly, that fight, what was it for? There wasn't really anything up over there. They just kind of fought, and honestly, with the ultimates up, with Fizz out of mana, that was going to go the booty buffs way, just in general, by just looking at the stats. Now, we do have a Fire Dragon up. We're going to get a full reset from the side of the booty buffs.
Are we going to have another fight here?
I mean, maybe. I mean, it looks like the solo queue gangsters are going to have the first rotation onto it. We have a few people sitting in base for a little bit longer than they probably should.
Waiting for items.
Waiting for items. Black Cleaver. Yeah, we are going to see basically everybody picking up their first item of the game or having a little bit more. Looks like this Gangplank going for the second item, probably IE there with that BF sword in hand.
BF sword builds into Stormrazor too, right?
That's true. It's probably going to be the Stormrazor as well. Looks like they are going to try to find Cool Kid here.
Just giving more kills to Rowdy Rectum.
I really liked the Skarner standing in front of him so that he couldn't hook line away. Dredgeline?
Dredgeline.
Is Dredgeline the Q or the R? Because they're both line.
We'll call it the hook move. Rowdy Rectum.
The fish does miss on Rowdy Rectum, but again, Fizz able to find the kill there. Yeah, it looks like they are going to trade the AD for AD, but that is going to be the Skarner ultimate onto the Fizz. Is the Fizz going to be able to get out Q's through the Dragon? But now Urgot doing what Urgot does best. That is going to be the Fear going off onto the Skarner, and I think AudioFizz is going to be going down as well, and I think that might be a full ace for the solo queue gangsters. Not everybody being on the same page on the side of the booty buffs, and a very back and forth game. And I mean, I thought that would have gone the way of the booty buffs purely because of their item advantages and their team fight prowess. But the fact that the Rowdy Rectum went down and first, and then I mean, I think there was just too many people getting picked off. Kenka not having the best impact on these fights, you know, like this Fizz is having. The Fizz is just one-shotting people,
and so much damage.
Kenka is 5-shotting people. It's like that is going to be a... Nope, the tower not going down, so the solo queue gangsters not able to return the tower in the mid lane for the other mid lane tower.
We see that regardless of all these fights and all these kill trading. The difference in gold is actually not too big on both of the sides. We see the booty buffs have 30.8 compared to the 30.1. And you would expect that with all the kills that Team Solo Queue Gangsters have been getting, they'd be much more ahead at this point.
I think that generally stems from the fact, probably poor wave control from both sides. The fact that it's 20 minutes into the game and that there have been these continuous fights where you have multiple people down and they're not able to transition that into a tower or into an objective. The Rift Herald already went down. Nobody contested, like nobody even went for it. We're basically just seeing these teams skirmish around, and then everybody backs, and then we're skirmishing again, and then let's go for Dragon.
Yeah, like
but
what objective do they have to go for here? I mean,
right now, I mean, on the gangster side, I think that they can probably look for some top lane vision and try to protect this gangplank. Because honestly, right now, the thing that feels bad about the Solo Queue Gangster that they don't have a lot of wave clear until Plex is able to get his Runons. So they aren't going to really be able to siege or anything like that. So just continuously pushing out these lanes.
Oh, we see the Fizz coming down. Flank on the bot
I do think they see this coming. Is the Radioactive going to be able to get away from this one? He does get hooked under the tower. That is going to be the teleport out from Audio Fizz. And a nice Monsoon there is going to keep Radioactive alive for a little bit. But that is going to be the Fizz one-shotting the Janna as well. They're going to keep going for this. Is Kenka going to go in? He is going to go ahead and ult the Fizz. It's going to be a double kill for Plex here. But again, slow reactions there from the side of the booty buffs. And
what was
do they want this?
Mind there?
It's a 2v4, guys. I mean, I don't know about this one. They really want it. Dongfeng does have his ultimate, but I don't know if they can go for this. I think this is a little bit risky. Meanwhile, on the top side, Spartan Elite doing what Urgot does best, pushing that side wave, getting that top tower. I think they are going to be able to get that tower advantage. Cool Kid is really playing with fire here. It looks like that's going to be the W popped. Here's the E. No, Dongfeng, not going to look for that one.
We actually have Fizz's back canceled by the Jinx Rocket. And Fizz you just got to not feel very good about that.
That's true, that's true. So, I mean, yeah, another lull in the game here. Just kidding. The Predator coming out. But, yeah, I mean, do we see the Mage Eyes picked up from the side of the Fizz? 10 stacks already. Here it comes. That's going to be the flash on to Cool Kid. Cool Kid does have flash as well. But he's just going to pop that W and just go ahead and straight up die.
There's going to be a big fight.
Yeah, I don't know about chasing this one, especially if you're David Perkins. But they are going to try to get this tower here. Lissandra's up in the top lane. There's the fish.
Oh, beautiful flash.
Flash there by David Perkins.
I don't think he should have been in that situation in the first place.
I agree. I think that there are plenty of opportunities to find vision advantages and wave advantages, and you don't need 3 people in the bot lane there. But I think that's the main thing that we're probably going to see over the course of BuffLOL is the teams realizing their mistakes over the course of these games and getting better. So that's the main thing I think we want to see from both of these teams moving forward, is being able to transition kills into objectives, because right now it's 22 minutes into the game and there's 3 towers down.
We don't see a lot of objectives.
Yeah, I mean there's 29 kills in this game right now, and it's kind of it's been a bloody game, but the fact is I think that the Solo Queue Gangsters should have been able to push their lead a lot harder, and the Booty Buff should have been able to play a lot safer. Are going to see the Storm Razor picked up by Audio Fizz, so he's actually going to start doing quite a bit of damage. I think that interaction is ridiculous, but
they're just
getting
the bot tower.
Yeah, that's going to be the tower just like that. 25-minute crit kegs are pretty scary.
Oh, they do a lot of damage.
They are going to find the Radioactive. Radioactive's sitting on top of a ward, and he's just gone.
You just can't back in a place like that.
Yeah, Runon's picked up from the side of Plex is going to mean some crazy teamfight damage moving forward.
He's all alone.
Yeah, he is all alone. They might be able to collapse. Urgot is going to be here.
Yeah,
that's a nice Skarner ult. I hope that they don't blow. Okay, they did not blow the Lissandra ult there. They were able to confirm that kill without it. I think they're going to be able to chase this one onto the Urgot. But, they did. They were able... Yeah.
Urgot's just too tanky.
Yeah. Bot tower? Okay, maybe they're listening. They were able to get the bot tower there after taking out Jinx. And it looks like Booty Buffs are going to be able to clear out some vision out of this Baron.
From the side of the Booty Buffs, I'd like to see either a rotation to top to counter pressure the turret, or a hard commit bot. And I think that the tower top is probably the best option.
I agree. The tower top. They also can spend their time clearing out vision inside of their own red side jungle and into the Baron. And also, I feel like they could probably contest the Baron. That is. Oh,
that's brutal.
That is brutal.
I
don't think Radioactive is going to be able to get out of this one. I honestly don't even think he should have blown his flash there. But look, you have 4 people on the rest of the map, and you have Dongfeng backing, and you have everybody else watching the Jinx die and then walking bot lane. So you need to accept that the Jinx is going to die there and try to figure out what you can do in the meantime.
We see that top lane still doesn't have anybody in it.
Yeah.
It hasn't for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'd like to see either team at least send one person up there, because if they don't, they're either going to miss a lot of XP or miss out on taking the tower.
It looks like that tower or that wave is going to crash in the top lane soon. Ocean Dragon picked up by the side of the solo queue gangsters, and a 3k lead 25 minutes into the game. Again, it's relatively close. Looks like Morellonomicon being picked up by Kenka. Okay, is going to be the Ready Rectum trying to find it. Yeah, if the Gangplank is able...
beautiful barrel.
Yeah, they might try to pick him off here. Kenka in the middle of it. Kenka is going to be able to find something. That is going to be the ult. We're going to see a lot of damage here. That is going to be the Fizz picked up by the Jinx. Yeah, is the Ready Rectum going to pop off here? This is going to be a lot of damage. The exhaust onto the Spartan right there. That's going to be a double kill for Audio Fizz. Nice flash out there. And that's not going to be a triple kill for Audio Fizz. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a quick ace. Yeah, and I think that was mistargeting there from the side of the solo gangsters.
So it's just a case of bad focus. You have the Gangplank and the Jinx both in the back line pumping continuous damage. The Fizz goes straight into the Flame Chompers, and we see Spartan J Elite leave the game.
We see a quick pause here, but
there's the pause. There's the pause.
I mean, I think that's what's interesting about this comp is the. Looks like they're talking a little bit in the chat, but let me make sure that we're good. I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah. So the Skarner is very, very tanky in these fights, especially when he pops that W. He's going to be able to eat up a lot of damage. And when he just runs in there and takes the brunt of the damage, it means that the Ready Rectum and Audio Fizz can play very far back. And especially when Kenka dives in and they go, Lysandra, 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 when she ults herself, and everybody's looking at Lysandra and you're not looking at the kegs coming at you and the rockets coming at you. I mean, that's the reason why I think we saw that fight get lost there. I don't think Breadstick was able to pick up any kill. I think he was able to kill Lysandra there. We had the pause because one player DC'd. We're waiting for them to reconnect.
If I'm correct, he got the ultimate, but it was onto Skarner. I thought that Kensa was trolling a little bit when he E'd onto the Fizz ultimate, but it actually worked out very well for the fight. The spacing that they had ended up being very good.
That's true.
We're having a slight checkup on the reason of the pause. We think it's just because Spartan J Elite had DC'd. We believe that he's coming back as soon as possible, but in the meantime, I suppose I'm going to be continuously analyze that fight.
Just checking to make sure the pause wasn't lasting a super long time. Looks like they're back in the game. So, oh yeah, there we go. The reconnect right there. Yeah, so I think that was a pretty good pickup there by the side of the Booty Buffs. And I think Audio Fizz definitely making his name known on this Gangplank, and somebody that they're really going to need to focus on in these fights to make sure that he goes down pretty fast. But honestly, he's relatively safe with this front line unless the Fizz can get on top of him.
I feel like Team Solo Queue Gangsters waited too long this game.
Yeah.
They haven't pushed enough objectives with the Pantheon that's just so far behind that at this point in team fights, he's practically useless.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the story of this game, is it's going to be the Fizz getting the early game lead. Honestly, the entire side of the Solo Queue Gangsters getting early game leads, but not being able to turn that into any objectives or any significant advantages over the rest of the Booty Buffs.
What I want to see Team Solo Queue Gangsters do is try to play around the Twitch, because we haven't seen the Twitch do a whole lot in team fights.
Yep. He was pretty good in that last fight. He did not blow his flash. I think he was caught there by a barrel and basically got chunked really, really hard. But I do agree that they really should, and I think that's what's hard about this team that the Gangsters are playing, is with this Twitch, you really ideally want to play some sort of front-to-back team fight where you have kind of the Nautilus and the Urgot soaking up damage. But that's hard because you have like the man drop coming in, you have Fizz coming in from a side, perhaps you have Nautilus trying to get onto a carrier or dredge lining one of their backliners, and honestly Plex doesn't have a lot of protection for him. And so he has to play the fights extremely well to make sure that he's not caught out, especially when they have the likes of a Lysandra and a Gangplank and a Skarner, where any misstep means death. Okay, so
what I want to see from Breadstick's side is to play the fights a little bit more patiently. he needs to hit the ultimate on the right person, or else they're going to lose the fight.
Yeah. I think the other important thing, and something that the solo queue gangsters might not be thinking about, is fighting on top of the Skarner shrines. That fight on the blue side was, or on the near the blue buff, was on top of a red shrine, which meant that Skarner was able to get a lot of those buffs and was doing significant damage. And I think he also gets tank stats from it.
He gets a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he gets a lot of stuff. We might be able to try to find the Fizz here.
Oh, here's the ult.
Going to be the Lissandra ultimate. Can
they
greedy. Finalize? Yeah, it is a little bit greedy, especially since she has E. There's a lot of damage coming out. Kenka is going to take out Breadsticks. It is going to be the Urgot ult finalizing that one as well. David Perkins going down as well, and I think that is just going to be that's going to be Dongfeng just walking straight into 4 different people, and Rowdy Rectum's like, guys, just like standing in the mid lane.
Nowhere there.
Yeah,
this should be a free Baron for Team Solo Queue.
I think they overestimated their damage. They thought that they would be able to Lissandra ultimate the Fizz and then follow that up with the Gangplank's damage. But right now the Gangplank does do damage. He doesn't do enough.
We see 3 of the members just way over-engaged for the Fizz. Way over-engaged for the Fizz.
And I think David Perkins, he definitely needs to play a lot farther back. He should have not been there that entire time. He should have been standing in front of his AD carry, giving him that tailwind and allowing him to get into that fight. But they were not ready, and I think Kenka probably called that one and just said, hey, go, 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 and the rest of the team wasn't able to say, guys, we're not ready for this one. So the Baron picked up for the side of the Solo Queue Gangsters, a nice 4K lead here, and we're hearing some cheers in the other room. No spoilers, though, what's going to be happening, but
I want to see TSQG just abuse this Baron. I think they have the means to just sit on their minions and let them push. Or they could run a 1-3-1.
But honestly, they have significant wave clear. The Jinx now has the Runon's Hurricane, which is going to mean wave clear. That's going to be the hook onto David Perkins. David Perkins does have Flash. He's going to have to blow that one. The Fish does go onto him, shields himself, but no one's looking. It's going to be the Fizz. Fizz just running straight in. That is going to be David Perkins going down. Rowdy Rectum's going to have to flash out of that one, but Plex is doing so much damage in these fights. The W and the stun onto there. Kenka trying to find something here. Is Dongfeng going to be able to get out alive? But it looked somewhat okay for the booty buffs. But Plex is doing so much damage in these fights, and they can't shut him down. That's what's difficult about playing up against this team comp on the side of the Solo Queue Gangsters. Is there's 2 points of threat, and although the Fizz has gone from 10 Magi stacks to 2 Magi stacks, making it a really badly gold effective item, he offers room. He makes room for the Twitch.
He just lets the Twitch pump out the ultimate. Oh,
yeah.
A beautiful engage from Kenka. Do we see them get excited? I'd like to see them
get excited as well, but the Twitch is up. He does not have his ultimate. Let me try to trade that one, but Rowdy Rectum overestimates his damage there. I think that might be David Perkins going down as well. Not quite. But again, you gotta wait out that Baron, guys. You just gotta farm up. You gotta wait until 40 minutes. Might see something here.
I don't think they can push this inhibitor.
Yeah, I don't think they can, especially with
this inhibitor.
The pretty damage-focused build on the side of this Gangplank is going to mean quite a lot of damage coming out of those barrels. And honestly, one good barrel in these fights
could wipe out the entire
team. it could mean the end of a fight.
That Gangplank is so strong. 219 farm, and for Gangplank, that's more than 219 farm.
Yeah.
He's getting the money from his parlay. He's making as much money as possible because he's a pirate. He is very strong. He has so many items up on anybody else in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of money, that is what I think the LCS casters would call an LCS or a Baron power play. Is you have a massive gold swing right now with about 7K up on the side of the Solo Queue Gangsters. And we're getting into 30-minute game here. The 7K is going to mean a lot. This Pantheon's still building damage, going for a Black Cleaver next.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I mean. They're Solo Queue players, right?
What?
Wait a minute. Okay.
Twitch uses both of his ultimate
and
his stopwatch for nothing.
Dongfeng might get picked up here. He's so tanky.
This is a great
Is that going
fight.
to be Breadstick picked up? Yeah. Oh my gosh, the Twitch is so low! Oh, Kenka goes into the redemption, gets taken out. That is going to be the get excited coming out from the Rowdy Rectum. Is going to be able to clear this one up. That's going to be the Rocket. It's going to be a 2 kill. There's going to be a double kill for Audio Fizz. Now they're turning on to Spartan, the last person. Is this going to be an ace? He does have his ultimate. He might try to get the ultimate off on the oranges. Aren't able to go off, but I think they are going to be able to pick this one up. The Zap finally picks that one up, and the Rowdy Rectum picks up 2 kills that fight, and a nice even trade there. But honestly, that's all the booty buffs have to hope for. They have to hope for wiping the Baron off of
All members.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have any bear anymore, and just continuing to stall this game. We have Gangplank picking up the Infinity Edge. We have Jinx picking up the Infinity Edge. It's now 32 minutes into the game, and we're about to see a lot of damage coming out of the booty buffs right now. And the Team Solo Queue Gangsters, I mean, they were playing...
It's just such a bad fight.
Yeah,
We see the Twitch go in, lose both of his ultimate and his stopwatch, and then we see the engagement from the Nautilus anyway. On the side of the booty buffs, they recognize that this happened. They recognize they suddenly had the advantage that they've been looking for. And they pushed it. They took advantage of it, and they wiped the team, and for good reason, too.
Yeah, and I mean, Kenka, it was a close one. I don't know if you saw there, but he got killed by the Redemption.
Oh, no.
I think, yeah, coming out from the Nautilus. That's that one kill coming out from the Nautilus. And basically, the Redemption came down, Kenka threw out his E, and right when he took the E, just instantly died.
Oh,
but it was a pretty close one. And again, these fights are up to Plex. If Plex makes a giant mistake like that again, it's going to mean the loss of a team fight. Kenka is going to be able to get out of this one. Cool Kid Wu not able to find the hook there. But it is going to be the invisibility down. But again, as I was saying earlier, Lissandra, now that she's level 15, now that she actually is a champion, she actually has significant wave clear. The Jinx, wave clear. Gangplank, wave clear. They can stall this game out until 6 items if they really want to. Now, I don't necessarily want them to, because I want to get into the next games, but I think that they have successfully completed their mission of just stalling the game out. It will be really, really sad if they lose a fight at this point, with the fact that they have kind of evened this out. We do see that they have been able to shrink that gold lead to 6k, but I think we're just going to need to see more waves. Oh, Xander, there's somebody in the top lane. Oh my gosh, Twinkie is in the top lane, pushing the top lane.
I don't think anybody's been top for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think AudioFizz is going to go up to the top lane to answer that, and I mean, AudioFizz is massive right now,
so much
and I think he could probably 1 or 2 shot Twinkie right now, only having a a Giant's belt to his name in terms of defensive stats. Seeing a 4-man push, I honestly think that they could be going for some sort of 1-1-3 here, having Fizz in that mid lane, or maybe even Urgot. I don't think Urgot's really doing anything right now, but making sure, I mean, look at the mid lane right now. I mean, we're having both of the waves just kind of sit in the middle of the lane. You want to apply pressure onto every single lane when you're going for some sort of siege like this. And yeah, it's sort of an ARAM. I mean,
but
Pantheon,
it's not ARAM.
Pantheon has the right idea. He pushes in the mid lane. Somebody's going to need to answer that. Rowdy Rectum is going to transfer to the mid lane, and then the Pantheon heads up to the top lane, pushes that one in as well. They're doing the right play here. They're making it happen. And now what they should do is, as these waves crash and then they see 2 champions, they should start to pressure this tower. The waves don't quite line up. I think they're a little bit scared. That is going to be the dredge line on to David Perkins. They are going to...
We see a little bit of a bouncing back and forth. Nobody really wants to...
blows his flash.
There's the Shark on Janna, not really doing much. David Perkins going very far deep into the team.
Yeah, very, very low. Rowdy Rectum is still available, but that is going to be Spartan J picking that one up. That is going to be Kenka going in and finding that one. Can the Rowdy Rectum take over this fight? I don't think he can. Twinkie goes forward for a double kill, but this could be Rowdy Rectum's fight to win. The zap does come out. Lots of damage here. The 2 main carries on the side of the booty buffs are here. Can they look for the 2v5? That is going to be the Rocket as well. Can they find the second kill? Nope, that is going to be the Rowdy Rectum going down. AudioFizz picking up that kill, and can he try to find his 1v2? Again, that fight looked bad, but then the Solo Queue Gangsters, they overstayed, honestly. They should have won that push in waves. But right now, they're just being chased down, and without ultimates, without anything, without flashes, I mean, like, the booty buffs should have lost that fight. But you overstayed, and I think Fizz got greedy there. I think the Pantheon flash Q. Honestly, as a support main, when I see anybody on the enemy team flash Q me to kill me, that's worth it.
You know that's
if they're using a flash to kill a support, it's not worth it on their side. So David Perkins is going to be happy about that one. Pantheon no flash. Pantheon flash is actually pretty big inside of this fight.
Yeah,
I mean, in terms of main CC on their team, I mean, that's a pretty big one.
I think the best play for Team Solo Queue Gangsters would be to get the kills. Get the initial kills that they need, right? Back out, push a tower. Just push a tower. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to see a catch here on a David Perkins. He's going to blow his Monsoon, but does not have flash. They did know that one from the previous fight. So again, this is going to be a 4v5 here. Are they going to be able to find an engage onto somebody? That is going to be engage onto Audio Fizz. Can Audio Fizz get out of here? Going to be taking a lot of damage. It is going to be the flash ult. Is this going to be Plex going down? Rowdy Rectum going down as well. 2 kills. I think that's going to be Kenka as well. A full 8. Oh, just kidding. Audio Fizz was able to get out there. I did not see how he got out.
They have a lot of choices to go. They're kind of back and forth. They don't know whether to go for the Baron or for the inhibitor. It looks like they're splitting it up, hoping to get the inhibitor first and then Baron.
Yeah, I think this is the wrong play. I think they should have sent Fizz up here to get this inhib, and I think they should have started the Baron. Because Fizz can take this inhib by himself, and honestly should be able to get away. But now they're going to pressure the Baron, but we have David Perkins up in a little bit, and I don't even think they're going to be able to go to the Baron here. They're pinging it.
With Audio Fizz applying constant pressure with the Baron, does he have the ultimate up? It appears he does have the ultimate.
Yeah.
So Gangplank has a big opportunity here if they go for the Baron to stall them out.
Yeah, but they're pinging it, and I mean, they got 15-second death timers on the rest of the booty buffs. They've started the Baron now, but Plex isn't there. So they don't have a lot of damage. And, I mean, the Fizz is going to be doing some damage, but honestly, like, it's at 10k right now, and you're going to have Audio Fizz coming to walk in. Skarner's coming up as well.
They're just giving up on it.
That was
good.
That was the correct choice. Without Plex being there, that was a very, very risky move. We do have Elder Dragon up as well. I think we could see the booty buffs going to Elder Dragon. It looks like it's going to be the gangsters heading over there as well. As Plex picks up his GA and his red buff, full items now for Plex.
Plex is crazy strong right now.
Yeah, and I honestly think that last fight, I mean, it was really close in terms of what they wanted to do. Plex went way too far forward and got Skarner ulted into Lissandra ulted. And they took him out just like that. Audio Fizz played that fight relatively well, but he got caught at the beginning, which meant that he wasn't able to get off significant barrels. And then the Fizz came in and one-shot Rowdy Rectum.
I think the difference between that fight was the Janna.
I agree.
If Janna was there on the Jinx, peeling for Jinx, Jinx could have popped off that fight.
Exhaust.
She could have gotten so many kills.
She has Exhaust, they have Knight's Vow, they have Mikhail's for some reason, and I agree. They could definitely find that. The Janna just walking straight in. We are going to have the Elder Dragon going down. It's at 7k health right now. Dongfeng is going to be walking in. Can they find engage here? A 5-man W there from... That's going to be a beautiful engage. The Plex does go down. He is in his GA. Can they continue to fight this kill? Rowdy Rectum going immediately down from Spartan. Kenka able to pick up the kill onto Twinkie. But this is going to be going the way of the solo Q Guardians. Gangplank is up. The Q does land onto the Gangplank. I think that's going to be him going down. Double kill for Spartan and a double kill for Audio Fizz and turning onto this Baron. They are pinging the mid lane.
They don't have the damage to finish the Elder. They don't have the damage to do Baron. Their only option is to get another inhibitor. Or
I think they can get the Nexus Towers. I think if somebody goes top, I don't think that they can look for the end, but I think that they can probably go for some Nexus Towers or some sort of inhib there. That was a really, really close fight. Again, Rowdy Rectum not having the best of games. The Fizz going for the one-shot there, and then I think he got killed by the Urgot ultimate, and so it just meant like he's not able to pump out damage compared to something like the Fizz, where he was able to get out a lot of damage in that fight. I try to go for the end here. They got a 10-second timer onto Rowdy Rectum here, and they have quite a bit of damage, and the moves are relatively big. Quite a lot of minions here. And I think this Nexus is going to be open. Rowdy Rectum is up. Can he find the kills here? He is out here. It's going to be the Fizz. Yeah, and that is going to be the game. And the Solo Q Gangsters picking up their first win of the season. Unfortunately, the Booty Buffs picking up their first loss. 2 members of that team in our household probably not having the best of the time.
Not having a good day.
But we'll go ahead and swap over to go ahead and swap on over to Xandu here to talk about the game.
There was a lot of ups and downs in that game, and my prediction of the Booty Buffs making it to late game and winning by default kind of got proven wrong. What we saw over and over again in those fights was the Fizz being able to get on that back line. Even in the last fight, getting through the Janna to kill the Rowdy Rectum. It was quite unfortunate because a lot of the damage was on the Rowdy Rectum, and maybe if the Booty Buffs had decided to, kite back, play fronted back, play with their Gangplank and their Jinx, then they'd have a better chance at winning these fights. We just didn't see that. We saw a big engage from Kensa which, yes, did a lot of damage and kind of threw off Team Solo Q Gangsters a little bit. But then we saw the same thing as we saw in so many other fights where Jinx just died, Gangplank was on the other side, and just very little coordination from the Booty Buffs. Where is Vertex? Vertex is currently working on the stream, leaving me all by myself up here, just to hear myself talk.
Correct.
A couple things I want to say about that game. The Gangplank looked very good. Throughout the game, I saw the Gangplank make a lot of very smart plays, stand in lane, farm up, pick up damage-centered items because he knew that people weren't going to kill him. He made such a big impact in so many of the fights that, in terms of the side of the booty buffs, I would certainly select him as the as this game's losing team MVP. In terms of the other side, Jack, what do you think?
In terms of the booty buffs? Or the
team solo queue gangsters.
I think Plex, I think he had a pretty big impact, but I also think Breadsticks in the mid lane, I think the Fizz definitely had a significant impact on that game. Even though he wasn't able to push his lead as much as we think he should have, it definitely was the main factor in their win. We are going to take a quick break as we get into our next game. I'm going to quickly run over here to do that. And we'll be back in a few minutes.